We are so excited to be working with Strivectin again. You know we're big fans of this brand because they do the work. All their science-backed skincare is vetted by independent clinical testing, which you know is music to my ears.
And Strivectin just came out with a new acne control line called the Multi-Action Clear Collection. This is a 3-step routine that delivers powerful results without disrupting the skin's barrier or drying out skin.
Okay, listen, I've been writing about and recommending acne products for years, and that's really hard to do. It includes Strivectin's gentle daily clarifying cleanser that won't leave skin tight or dry, the daily brightening and retexturizing toner that helps to visibly fade discoloration, and the acne clearing treatment lotion, which reduces breakouts and helps prevent future breakouts from forming.
Best of all, the Strivectin Multi-Action Clear Collection has amazing clinical results. It's been shown to improve acne blemishes and post-blemish marks in 7 days.
You know we love a multi-purpose product, and the fact that this collection does all that and helps visibly fade the ghosts of pimple past without drying your skin makes a clear winner.
Visit Strivectin.com to learn more about their new Multi-Action Clear collection of products. Subscribe to emails and you'll even get 15% off your first order. That's Strivectin, Strivectin.com. Hey everyone, now is your chance to try the award-winning products from America's #1 lash and brow serum brand, Grande Cosmetics. They put the power of dramatic, lasting enhancements in your hands. Whether you're looking to solve a frustrating beauty concern, level up your look, or get glam, Grande Cosmetics products empower you to enhance your lashes, lips, brows, and beyond.
Jess, what if I want to level up my look, get glam, and solve the frustrating beauty concern? That's what Grande Cosmetics does. It does all 3 of those things in once. And now they have a collection of mini sizes, you know we love a mini, of their best sellers sold exclusively on grandecosmetics.com. So you're going to get the Grande Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum, the Revolutionary Grande Brow Enhancing Serum. I've actually been using that on the centers of my brows. You know, sometimes as you get a little older, the brows thin out. Anyway, this helps with that. Grande Mascara, Conditioning Peptide Mascara, and the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper, which is like way more than a lip gloss. It has hyaluronic acid. It fills out your lips. If you use it 2 times daily for 30 days, you're going to see an overall increase in lip volume. So you're getting sort of a treatment and makeup in one, which is great.
Now is your chance to try the Grande Favorites Kit or shop your most loved Grande Cosmetics products for 15% off. Just use the code FATMASCARA15. You can only get the set at grandecosmetics.com, so make sure to shop now. Use the code FATMASCARA15 to get the Grande Favorites Kit valued at $80 for only $29.74. Just use FATMASCARA15.
Hello, welcome to Fat Mascara. I'm Jen Sullivan and
I'm Wani Jiang.
Wani. I'm not even going to pretend. So this is my guest co-host, but I can't. It'll be very clear to all of you. She's also one of my dearest friends and a beauty expert in her own right. Welcome.
Thank you. I love that you said dearest. I was like, is she going to say best? She better say best. But dearest is very acceptable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's getting heated already. I love this. Okay, so what is on your finger? Tell the people. Are you lip exfoliating while doing the podcast? Is that what's happening?
I got a paper cut. I got some sort of cut and I don't have Band-Aid. So I just wrapped a napkin around my finger and a hairband, to stop the bleeding.
It looks like one of those little ghosts you made in elementary school.
Yes,
like on
a
her
ghost
finger.
puppeteer that you put on a Tootsie Pop.
It's just evidence that Wani is one of the most creative people that I know. See, she doesn't have a Band-Aid. Look how she works around that problem. She's a creative director. We met when we were both working at Mary Claire together. Now she works in beauty. She's a creative director. She'll tell you about it. Actually, give us some background. Who are you? What do you do?
Oh, I'm just a little girl from China that's now a grown-ass woman. And I work as the global creative director at JVN Hair. That's Jonathan Van Ness's hair brand. And it just launched in 2021. It's still a baby.
When we both left the magazine world, in my heart of hearts, I knew you were going to go into beauty.
You did?
You are more of you're more of a beauty girl than I am, but I need to know, have you always had this connection? What was the first beauty product you owned?
You mean stole from my mother? Since I was 3 years old, I was in China and I was born there. So I would steal the scarves from the stereos tied around my waist into a skirt because my grandparents would cover the stereos with scarves to keep the dust from it, like classic Asian parents, right?
Yeah.
And then I would take whosever's lipstick I could find, and put it on my mouth. And my mom and my grandparents would catch me posing in front of the mirror with it. So I have photographs of me at 3 with red lipstick on.
I was going to ask you who taught you to, do your hair, apply your makeup. It sounds like you had an innate talent.
Yes. Well, if you're an artist, you're already a painter. I loved painting when I was a child. So makeup is just shading and face, highs and lows, contours, 3-dimensional. So I'm shading a person's face. I love to draw eyes and lips. I would always shade it like the Kevin O'Quan way and add a little white dot where like the glimmer is supposed to be. And then all of a sudden the picture comes to life, and that's what happens to your face.
You're one of the only people I know who wears makeup like painting. Like you will change up your makeup from day to day. Most people I know, like once they're set in their makeup way, that's the colors you're going to see. You change the shapes, you change the colors. How do you decide every day what you're going to paint your face like?
It depends on the mood. It depends on how tired, how not tired I am. If I'm really tired, I will often default to a red lip because that's the first thing to brighten up your face, and it's like a one-step thing. You don't need any other makeup except concealer and the red lip, and the focal point is just your mouth. But if I have...
Now you see why we're friends.
Yes. If I'm like in a really good mood, not that red lips means bad mood. That can mean a really good mood too. I will take time and match it to my clothes. Like I have this sweater that's seafoam green with bursts of pink in it. So I took this like 3-year-old Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity special palette, and she had this green. So I just used my finger and made a wash of green on my eyelids. And then of course you have to balance that out with a neutral lip because you can't have like too heavy on more than 2 features. That's my rule. It can't be too heavy on more than 2 features, or else your eyes don't know where to go. Unless you're so drop dead gorgeous, which, okay, everybody is. Do whatever the fuck you want. But if you want the eyes to focalize into one area that is strong, then choose no more than 2 points. You feel me?
I feel you. And I feel like you use that
I do.
strategy. I should have warned everybody how these guest co-host episodes work. I just realized I got so into it and excited to talk to you. But because Jess isn't here this week, Wanyi and I are doing this little mini interview as you're getting to know her and her artist's way. But we'll still do the news and we'll still do a raise a wand after that. So don't worry, stick with us for that. But since we're on the topic of your face and we're on the topic of beauty, I also have to talk to you about packaging. Because listen, everybody, when I worked with Wanyi, she had very strong opinions about which beauty products I was allowed to include in my spreads.
Yes.
Because I would pull together like the perfect, this kind of skincare and the right brand mix, different price points. And then in comes creative director, and she was brutal. She'd be like, not this, not this. This looks good, not this. So now that you are on the other side, you work for a beauty brand. Are you more forgiving of like the fact that not all packaging looks like art?
Sure. I mean, you can't really forgive bad taste. Like you either have it or you don't. It's like good taste, But like,
are you saying I had bad taste when I selected my products?
No, I'm just saying like if the packaging looks bad, then somebody decided that that was okay, right? So that's like bad taste, right? But with every job in every industry that you're in, whether it be in like acting, Hollywood, right? Or like if you're a casting director, there's people who get cast because of what they know the audience would want. And I'm specifically thinking about Keanu Reeves when he got cast in Dracula, because Francis Ford Coppola was like, that was my one regret. But the studio was like, you have to cast him because he's so hot and the girls will love him. And I still regret it till this day. I mean, and I'm like obsessed with Keanu. But we're in the magazine business, it's like, yeah, we don't want to feature this picture, but this is the best that we have versus this, or we only have the budget for that. And in our packaging world, it's like, is it sustainable? Like, is it a commercial product that's mass produced? That is it a shape that we can get easily, or do we have to custom make it, and can we afford it? So there has to be sacrifices on every level. And finally, you realize in the end, you're like, this is the best we can get. That's a lot, like 50 compromises already.
That checks all those boxes, yeah.
However, then I look at like Byredo and I'm like, well, this looks fucking great. So how many compromises did they have to make? You know, if they can do it, then so can we. So it's a constant struggle.
Okay, tell me this. Byredo is an example of good packaging. What is the Keanu Reeves and Dracula of packaging? Like, the masses love it. It's going to play well, but it's not for you.
It's funny because Keanu Reeves was panned in that movie, but he was a great draw for the public to come buy it. That's a really good question. I don't have an answer to that right now. Can I think about it and come back to it by the...
All right, you're going to think about it. Yeah, of course. We'll come back to it when you raise a wand, because you can lower a wand to whichever brand you think,
Yeah.
sure, plays well with everybody. It's just neutral. It's playing it safe, but it doesn't do it for you. But on the note of things that you do like, you like Byredo. Now that you are even more immersed in the beauty industry, what other...
Packaging-wise, I love Westman Atelier's packaging because it's just so luxe, you know? It's very cohesive. The special editions, not so much. Like, I could tell this cheaper material, like it's more plasticky. But the main line is... she's put so much weight into her like peau de pêche in the bronzers. Everything's so heavy. And when it's heavy, it feels luxurious.
It does. Heavy's not always sustainable though, my friend.
Correct. And that brand actually sells itself as pretty sustainable because it's like refillable foundation.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
That's true. It is refillable. But this goes back to what you were saying, which is like there's compromises all along the decision tree of how to make this packaging.
Exactly. And like, how do we make something so maybe people would not buy it as much? Like, would there even be a brand if it wasn't so luxe? Because I buy it for the aesthetics more than the product.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll get to, when we raise a wand, what you buy for the product. Though, knowing you, there's no way you're going to buy it, even if it was the ugliest package. If it was the best product in the world but came in the ugliest package, I feel like you...
I do buy it. I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
It's by the Inky List.
Tell me now.
Polyglutamic acid serum. Do you know what this is?
Why do you love it? I do.
It looks like something you could get at QVC, this packaging. Because I heard that you... Listen, sorry, the Inky List, sponsor me. I will freaking use this.
Clearly, they're going to want to sponsor you now.
I mean, whatever, I'll give them advice. You put this, you mix this with your foundation, and it makes everything more dewy on your face. But it doesn't make it oily. It just makes it more dewy.
I don't even think that's how they market that product.
Well, they should.
Genius little tip there. Mix your polyglutamic acid with your foundation for a dewier look.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Unsponsored.
On Fat
A dewier look that lasts all day through the night. It can make it through the rain.
I knew we weren't going to get through this podcast without you singing. Okay, so this is Wonyi. I think you get a little taste of her personality. We're going to come back and do the news together and then raise some wands, and you'll learn a little bit more about her and probably get a bunch more beauty tips because that's just who she is. Okay, this is perfect. My first news item is a brand that I know you have a long history with. Pat McGrath Labs has launched the Divine Bronzer Collection, which I thought was lovely because it comes in 8 shades. I haven't tried it yet. Have you tried it?
I have not tried anything new Pat McGrath for a while.
Oh, okay. That's new for you because you're often on top of her drops.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this was cool because usually, you only get like 3 or 4 shades. I like that she did 8 shades of bronzer. It's almost like a contour product for some of the shades as well. Here's my question for you. Do you think we'll ever get back as into bronzer as we did in the aughts? And I know you know what I'm talking about. I've seen the photographic evidence.
Yeah. Bronzer is never going to go away. Everything's cyclical, including beauty, especially beauty. We're already like testing out the thin brows. 90s makeup is fully back. And I'm thinking black because I dyed my hair back to black and it works really well with that 90s makeup. But everything is...
Yeah.
Y2K is totally back. The low-waisted jeans, the skirts, the glitter makeup is going to be super in. So it's only a matter of time. I mean, it's all about what you look good in. Jennifer Lopez never changed her look. She's had a spray tan since 2001. Why did I say 2001?
I don't know, but it might even be back in the Fly Girl time of the 90s.
No, she had
was
dark
bronzing.
hair. No, she had dark hair and pale skin.
Oh, she had more of a chola with like a maroon
She
lip.
had dark
Yeah,
hair
yeah.
and pale skin, and when she got with Tommy Mottola, when she signed with Sony, is when she started doing the whole bronze goddess dyed hair look. And she's been like, she found a look that works for her, and she's had it for years, up to Bennifer 2.0. So if you are into bronzer, you're never gonna leave bronzer. Plus, we're always gonna need bronzer because everybody wants to look like they had a holiday glow. Everyone, even maybe not like East Asians.
Wow, there was a lot there. We got a whole pop culture history plus your
That's
thoughts
what
on
you're
bronze.
gonna get with me. Like, it's never gonna be
No,
like
that's
just
why
one
that's
thing.
why you're my co-host.
Yeah.
I love it. So a bunch of you have already DM'd me this news. This is making waves in the beauty industry. The conglomerate L'Oreal, the big French cosmetics company, is acquiring luxury cosmetics brand Aesop, the indie beloved Australian, I just think of them the hand soap company. I know they're a fragrance company. I know they're a skincare company, but people are really worried that L'Oreal is going to change the formulas. And more than I've heard when other brands get acquired. For example, like Charlotte Tilbury, we were just talking about, when that got a majority investment and got acquired. I've been using the products. I haven't noticed a huge difference in any of them. There's some other skincare brands L'Oreal bought. When L'Oreal bought Urban Decay, yeah, I guess they'll phase out products that aren't performing well. But I don't think that you can assume that the quality is going to go down. Like, this is why the company is investing in Aesop, because Aesop does something that they can't do. They want to know about those quality formulas. They want that branding. They want that packaging. I think it would be a silly business move to come in and then like cheapify the whole thing, if that's what everybody's worried about. Do you worry about this ever when you hear about brands you like getting acquired?
Yeah, all the time. I do think trace ingredients will get shaved off because it's going to go to, who knows if they're going to keep the same factories that were once their suppliers, you know, and like they might move it to the United States. If it's made in they might move it to a different country then, because it's just cheaper. They might move the headquarters to here. Who knows? People always get nervous when a bigger company or a huge corporation acquires something small, because it's like getting a new stepmom. Like, you don't know if they're going to like you. You don't know if they're going to speak your love language. Like, you have the people within the team who knows what the brand is. And if they were smart, they would keep that team. But who knows?
Yeah. I think the thinking is always like, oh, they're going to try and shave off and use cheaper ingredients.
Yeah.
But I think what people might not realize is sometimes if you want to expand globally, you might go into a market that can't use a particular ingredient. For example, there's all these allergens for fragrances in the EU that are not allergens in some other countries.
Interesting.
So you might have to change your formulas for that. Or, like you said, to get a factory closer to where you're selling the products. Mm-hmm. So even just changing the factory, even if it wasn't to save money, it might change the formulas a little bit.
I do think trace change of formulas is possible. I think the people's concerns are always valid.
You sound like Judge Judy. The people's concerns are valid. It's true. It's true. Okay. When I saw this news, Wanya, I thought of you because one of our favorite dates that we go on is to the Met.
Oh, yeah. I was like, we go on dates, but yes, we do. We haven't been on a date in a while. Guess what? Because she's married, guys. She's married. She's not dating me no more.
My guest is going rogue. Okay. Everyone, your house can now smell like the Met. Pura, the home fragrance company, has debuted 6 scents inspired by different areas of the museum. First question before I share them with you. Wanyi, think of the Met. What place in the Met would you like a fragrance to be inspired by?
Oh, the Greek section. Not just because there's like all these like beautiful naked bodies everywhere, but because the color is so creamsicle. Everything is got this ivory tower, glowy vibe to it, and it reflects the light because that section of the Met has open windows, like ceilings. So the light reflects that section differently, which is, I just realized that now. And it's probably safer because they're statues, so they can take it, but like paintings can't take that kind of open light, right? So there is a glow to it, and I imagine the smell to be very Can you smell glowiness?
Well, guess what? Guess what?
What?
You can smell like that part. One of the fragrances, Terracotta Rose, an earthy yet refreshing fragrance meant to represent the detailed work of Greek artisans. It has salt and mineral accords along with the rose. So the salt and mineral is meant to evoke the statues, if you will. I'm not sure about the rose. Maybe it's like an uplifting for the skylight vibes of it all. So that's one of them. Then I'm sure people are thinking about the Temple of Dender. There is an Egyptian sandalwood fragrance. There's a blue water lotus, because also the lotus fountains in the Temple of Dender. There's a bamboo forest scent. The Aster Court. I'm not familiar with that section of the Met.
Is that the Asian section? Because like they say bamboo, and I'm like, cliche.
Well, maybe, but it's the Aster Court, whatever is in there. Apparently beautiful flowers and bamboo and plum blossom and orchid. There's also spiced woods. And the last one is Perfume Immortelle, an uplifting fragrance that represents the Roman artisans' dedication to detail and movement. So Immortelle flower.
Interesting. I think the Immortelle scent should be for the Egyptians because they're all mummified to be immortal. And their scent should be very husky and sexy. It should be the longest lasting and the densest of the smells.
I think it might be because it has sandalwood and musky woods. Immortelle flower, however, is a little bit of a lighter note. But in theory, the immortality of it, I see where you're going with that.
Yes, that makes sense for the Egyptians.
Yeah, you could check out those Pura fragrances.
Have you tried their fragrances before?
Been to Egypt?
Sure. And try those Pura fragrances before.
I haven't had a chance to smell them out yet. They just came out, so.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to get them. I'm going to go for the Egyptian one.
Okay.
To relive my time in Egypt.
Okay, maybe I will too.
There.
You have been there?
I have indeed. Okay, H&M, guess what? They just debuted 2 beauty flagships. They are like big time going into beauty retail in Oslo, Norway. Here's what I think is so interesting about this, and I want your take on it. In addition to their private label products, which are decent, I've tried some here and there, some are better than others, they will be selling other brands as well. So they're going full on beauty retailer in Europe. So they're selling Huda Beauty, Kayali fragrances, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Smashbox, KVD, Origins, Patchology. I could go on. Escada. This is going to be perfumes too. The stores look cool. I'm not sure how much. This isn't what people go to H&M for. I'm not sure how this is going to work. What's your take, Wanyi?
I think they're just trying to branch into Ulta Beauty or something because Ulta's doing great, right? Like the brands make sense for some reason. Like, but Smashbox, like. When's the last time you heard about Smashbox? It's like when Heidi Montag used to work there, or was it like Lo Bosworth? It was literally like the Hills days when we all had the Smashbox primer, but now they're like breaking in Stila. Like they're breaking into this. I don't know. Huda Beauty totally makes sense for H&M. I don't know why, and I like her palettes. Anastasia too. Interesting. It's not like NARS. It's not like NARS
but
or Milk.
These are prestige brands, but they're not like luxury brands. I see what you're saying.
Prestige,
these are like
luxury.
They're mastige, approachable, prestige.
I love all these terms. It's like you know exactly what it is.
Yeah, you get it. So I'm not sure what H&M is doing there other than trying to grab that cash.
What does it look like though?
The stores look really good. They have like a spa vibe. In fact, where I read about this, and I'll link to that on our blog, they gave a rendering of some of the stores too, lots of try-on areas. So it doesn't feel fast fashion. Like there's not like hangers everywhere. Like,
what does their beauty products look like? What's the packaging look like?
Okay, this is going to be an old reference. To me, it looks like Club Monaco in the 90s. Remember Club Monaco had makeup? Almost like Janine Lobel's line now. It has that like clear, plasticky, sheer, but like a little bit cloudy transparency to it.
Like REM? Like Ariana Grande's brand?
A little bit, yeah, but not quite so spaceshipy with the shapes. But I'm sure they'll be launching more products now that they have huge beauty retailers to sell
I don't know. Like, doesn't sound sustainable is what I'm saying.
In the long run, you mean, or for the earth?
Both. The earth is the long run. We're not running anywhere without the earth.
That I will say, that is true that H&M is not known for its sustainability, but Thank you for posing the important questions here on Fat Mascara. Okay, last item. You can now have a tattoo that is the color of Heinz ketchup exactly because Heinz ketchup has launched its own tattoo ink in Brazil with a non-toxic red tattoo ink that is modeled after their own Pantone shade, which I did not even know they had.
Wow.
Here's why they did it. At first, I was like, this has got to be April Fool's news. You know how companies do that sometimes just to mess with you? It was not. Turns out ketchup tattoos, like as a condiment, are super popular. Even Ed Sheeran has one. And the reds often fade faster, don't look right, aren't that correct, like rusty. You know how Heinz
what does
ketchup
Ed
has
Sheeran have?
It's like a little bit of a rusty red.
Yeah.
Some ketchup tattoo. So anyway, if you're into tattoos and or this color, you can now get it. So far, just in Brazil. We will see if it goes worldwide. I will leave you on this question as my follow-up to the news, Wenyi.
Yeah.
If you had to get a tattoo based on a condiment, what condiment would you choose?
Is cumin a condiment or is it a spice?
I will allow it. I'll allow it. We'll just do some brown freckly tattoo.
Brown freckly little
somewhere.
Or I get like a little X of a little mustard and a little ketchup. Because there's like a superhero guy called like Condiment Man in the DC universe. And it's just like ridiculous. Because like why would I tattoo myself with like something that I would put on burgers and fries? If not to be completely ironic and make my kids laugh at it in 20 years, you know?
Totally. All right. You gave us like 3. So ketchup, mustard, and some cumin. I'll allow it. All right. I'll meet you on the other side and we'll raise a wand.
So on Fat Mascara, we always talk about sunscreen, but let's be honest, sometimes it could feel a little bit like kind of like taking your medicine. Tizo is so different. It's almost like applying a primer.
It feels like a primer. You're right. And this sunscreen is amazing. It is 100% a mineral sunscreen, which is so good because it works immediately when you put it on. You don't have to put it on 15 minutes before you go in the sun like you do with chemical sunscreens. Tizo stands for titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. These are the minerals and sunscreens that are the best choice for your skin, your body, even the environment. And you're going to look forward to putting it on. Like Jess said, it's sort of a primer. I would say it's like, first of all, it blends into any skin tone. It has like a peachy beige color to it, the one that I use particularly, but it gives a nice slip and a little bit of a blurring quality. So you're putting on your sunscreen, you know you're going to be protecting yourself from all those signs of aging, but you're also perfecting your skin in the process, which is so nice. Also, Tizo products are cruelty-free, reef-safer, free of parabens, gluten, fragrances, dye, phthalates. If that's important to you, Tizo is the sunscreen you're going to want to get, not just for summer, right now. Right now, you should be wearing sunscreen.
Go to TizoSkin.com and use the code FATMASCARA15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. That's TizoSkin.com, Tizo skin.com, and use the code FATMASCARA15 for 15% off your entire order.
Here's Anya from Spokane, Washington.
You jumped the gun. Everybody, we're back. It's time to raise a wand. She's been practicing her line. It is time to raise a wand. Okay, Wand, you take it away.
Sorry about that, Anya. But here's Anya from Spokane, Washington.
Hi, ladies. My name is Anya, and I live in Spokane, Washington, long listener of the pod, and I love it. Thank you so much for bringing us beauty news every week. I am doing my homework, and I'm submitting a review of my 2 favorite mascaras at the moment. The first one is Tower 28 Making Waves Mascara. I have long but sparse eyelashes, so this one separates, volumizes, and it also has a really cool curling wand, so it doesn't clump, and it stays on all day really well and is just a beautiful product. The next one I'd like to share is the Wrap Star Tubing Mascara. I know that Jen likes the tubing mascaras, and this one is from Beauty Pie. This one has a really unique wand. Look it up. It's really, really cool design, and it's out of all the tubing mascaras I've tried, it's my favorite. It's really jet black. It stays put as well. It's very easy to take off at the end of the day, and it lengthens and volumizes my eyelashes. Thank you so much.
Okay, that was one of our listeners with the homework. What is your favorite mascara? I like both of those. Thank you for recognizing, Anya, that I like a tubing mascara. I'm going to try that one. if you guys want to share your razor wand, I've got new homework for you. I'm doing this while Jess is away. Jen will play. Here's the homework for this week and this week only. Do you have short hair? Do you live with someone that has short hair? Do you know about pomades? I need a pomade recommendation for my husband, Eric. He used to use that Baxter of California clay pomade. It's real matte, but it just looks so heavy and waxy lately. I just want to get him a new pomade. So send me your recommendations. You can email us at info@fatmascara.com. That's a voice memo. Or you can call us 646-481-8182. Send me your pomades, whether you use it for yourself, whether you know someone that uses it, shiny, matte, PC, sticky, whatever you like. I want to hear about them. Okay. It is time for Wanya and I to raise a wand, and I'm going to let you go first. I actually am asking you for 4 raise a wand recommendations, which I always do with my guest co-hosts, and she just got up from her microphone, and she is going around the room. Where are you going?
I'm just getting I want to read the name correctly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm so glad you prepared before you got on the mic. All right. So first, raise a wand. Tell me your favorite. Tell me your favorite mascara.
Oh, my favorite mascara is the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I've been using that since the day it came out. Why? Because I used to wear RMK because I have Asian lashes, so they always go down. And I was using this RMK W mascara, which got discontinued, but it's the first mascara ever that had like the left side was white and the right side was black. And it held and curled. It just stayed on so long that I couldn't even get rid of it. I couldn't even take it off. It made a huge difference on my eyes. And then since then, I always looked for mascaras that were 2 steps. And the Caution Mascara is the first American mascara that I can just use in 1 step. And it really makes a difference on my lashes.
So you feel like you're getting a primer that will hold the color, like hold the shape and the color, and then the color all in one formula.
And the curl. Mm-hmm. The curl, the volume, the length. Yeah. You should always be careful when advertisements are like, this completely changed. It's not like that, but it's like iconically good because I would use it every single day forever.
Love it. Okay. Right now, what's your favorite makeup product other than mascara that you've been loving?
Is this my razor wand?
Yes. In
Question
case you didn't
2.
know, we are in the razor wand portion of the podcast.
This is when I say English is my second language because that's always my excuse.
No, you can't pull that shit with me. Nope.
Okay, so it's the House Labs Lady Gaga foundation. Tri-Tone Skin Tech Foundation.
I have heard such good things. Tell me, would I like it? Tell me about it.
It blows my mind. It's so freaking good. So I bought it in 2 colors, light and a little bit darker because I wasn't sure what it would. I'm using the darker one right now. But it stays on your skin the whole day, doesn't oxidize, doesn't get oily. It looks like your skin 5 hours later. I think after 5 hours, it's impossible to expect any kind of external object on your face to look the same, because it's not your real skin.
But it comes close is what you're telling us.
Yes, I tried this. I've tried the NARS Glow. I have the Tom Ford ones. That was always one of my faves. I tried the Mario foundation. I've tried West Metelli. I've tried everything, and this is the best one.
Oh, my God. Okay, see, this is why I brought Wanya on, because, if she says that, I believe it, because this woman knows makeup. I'm excited now to go find my color and try it out. Okay, thank you. 2 more razor wands. Skincare, talk to me. It could be skincare or sunscreen. What are you using right now?
Skincare, I just got that Shiseido eye cream. It's been around forever.
I did not know you wore eye cream.
I just started using it. I'm obsessed.
Look at you. Look at you with the eye cream. Okay, mama. So is it the Benefiance, the golden little tub?
Yes.
Or is
that's what it is.
Okay, yeah, that's
it's the golden little tub. Damn, it's good. It's not like I don't have under eye wrinkles, you guys. So just FYI, it's not because I have a problem under eye area, but it feels so good on and it smells delicious. It feels like a luxurious bath for your eyes. I like that.
Somebody give this girl a job in the beauty industry, truly. All right, last razor wand. Actually, I'll wait to do it so you can end on yourself, and I'll do my razor wand now. You mentioned to me that your lips were a little bit dry, which is bane of my existence. And I've been shouting out some lip balms here and there. I think back in the day, I shouted out the Laneige lip mask, which I liked. But now I have a new favorite that is less expensive than all of those. It's the Mario Badescu lip mask. I think it's acai and vanilla. Girl, this tub is like the size of my hand. Okay, it's not that big. It's like, a large Vaseline tub. Like you get so much product and it is the perfect consistency of like waxy yet emollient, a teeny bit of slip, but not so much slip that it slides right off your lips and then it doesn't seal everything in, moisturize. I would say it's like petroleum jelly texture, but less jelly and shiny. And then it has all this yummy flavor to it because it's got, acai and vanilla. And it's $14. Hello.
Wow, interesting.
Can't go wrong. I'm a Visco girl. Are they still saying Visco girl?
I mean, not unless you're a late millennial, but I haven't heard the term Visco girl in a while.
I know, but I remember when that was like a thing. They were very into Mario Badescu, like rosewater spray and everything. Anyway, call me whatever you want to call me, but I guess I'm a Mario Badescu girl now. All right, last raise a wand for you. I want to know perfume or fragranced product of your choice. What would you like to raise a wand to right now?
Okay, I am obsessed with Michelle Pfeiffer's brand, Henry Rose.
Tell me.
She has a candle called Torn. I'm gonna sing the song. I'm already torn. Illusions never change. It doesn't smell like that. You know what it smells like? It smells like intense emotions. It's called Torn. Yeah, I bought it and it's just, I like it better than her perfume. I have her perfume. She has two, one called Darkest Night, which is beautiful. It sounds like the Dark Knight, which is why I liked it. And the other one's called Queens and Monsters. Queens and Monsters, which is a little more romantic than you would think. But it's very Michelle Pfeiffer, like Catwoman, like, wow, I'm bringing in DC way more. They should pay me. So I'm bringing in DC way more than
I need everybody to know this. It's an excellent recommendation, by the way, and I cannot wait to get that candle. But I have to say, when I started this podcast today with my guest co-host, Wanyin Jiang, I was like, how many times is she going to mention Batman and or Marvel and or DC? I thought maybe we'd get one or two. I think you're up to 4 or 5 mentions, which is why I love you so much. You were such a good guest co-host. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Are you going to say your favorite fragrance?
No, I did lip mask. I raised a wand to a lip mask this time.
Right. Okay. It's going to be Immortelle.
Maybe. We'll try that Pura diffuser. Maybe that's what it is. Everybody get your beauty sleep. Jess will be back next week, and we'll see you then.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise a Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.
Ready to discover a world of rich, striking color? Schwarzkopf Keratin Color delivers professional quality striking hair color that leaves hair looking renewed and healthy, all at a fraction of the cost of a visit to the salon. And with our formula that delivers up to 80% less breakage versus untreated hair, you can feel confident in your hair and let the world see your strength. Discover a world of rich, striking color with Schwarzkopf Keratin Color, available at Walmart.